Hey everyone, and welcome to the daily card, or the daily reading, for Friday, April 4th of 2025. As always with these, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you'd like a personalized read, it's the Mintaka Experience on Facebook. Or you can comment below and we'll figure something out. So, what I'm getting is there's a lot of celebrations and a lot of happiness to be had. There's a lot of accomplishments being made within the past 5 days to 9 days, and it does look like there's a lot of child affairs being put in order. There's a lot of challenges amongst these childhood entities and childhood thoughts and inner child healing. There's a lot of childish antics being played. There's a lot of naivety and nostalgia and early childhood wounds coming through, especially by 5th grade. And it looks like there's going to be a lot of fluff and pillar and a lot of fake things and fabrications of things being presented solely because of ideologies and ways in life in which others are used to, or you were used to, crumbling down before you, almost like making you believe there's a different world out there. Transcending lifetimes, transcending dimensions, being able to take high turbulences of emotions and stress and the mindset. Finding a sense of calm would be wise today. Even amongst all the chaos and the happiness, there's a lot of positivity. Just make sure it's not toxic positivity. This is a time of celebration and achievement and happiness, especially for those within 5 to 9 years old. It looks like there's going to be some form of repentance and redemption coming between 5 and 9 p.m. Or 5 a.m. and 9 p.m. So it looks like there's going to be some form of dual perspective being gained within yourself, or you're finding a conflict of morals within yourself. You're going to be able to push through that. You're going to be able to manifest through that. You're going to be able to succeed. You're going to be able to live through that and live life abundantly and creatively. Especially the innovative thinkers and the ones that are humanitarian mindset. Aquarian thinking, bird brain mentality, or somebody that's analytical and science driven, that may end up limiting your mindset, not necessarily being wrong, but not necessarily seeing the whole picture. Logic puzzles, logic thinking, and logic games can help. Being able to enhance your memory and processing can help. Your long-term goals will be achieved here shortly in the next 5 to 9 months, 5 to 9 years, it looks like. As long as you work hard and you listen to your employers and you know what you're doing with your money and your finances and your resources that are available to you in the metaphysical realm. There's a lot of deep contemplation, a lot of conclusions coming to, and a lot of completions of contracts and jobs being terminated and scholarships running out, or funds running out, or being out of ideas. It looks like there's a lot of strength within yourself if you just focus, and knowing that you are capable and able and willing. You have inner courage in social events and gatherings that are coming up. And it looks like there's going to be some form of vitality lesson going on here, teaching you about your character, teaching you about other people's characters, teaching you about how other people see you, how you appear to others, your personality, the disposition in which you hold yourself. If you're fronting anything, if you're faking anything, if you're acting out of character for yourself, People that know you will start to notice. People that can notice energy will notice energy shifts and energy changes, especially like personality shifts or obsessive behaviors, compulsive disorders, mental illness, and seeking out a solution for the short term can affect the long term. So be aware of that in your journey. Educate yourself and know who's for you, who isn't for you, what can help and what can't help, who can help you on your journey and who's going to hinder you on the guise of helping. There's a lot of, like, I would say, choices to be made that don't seem to matter much right now, but will seem to matter in the future. Slow down, think things through, and reflect before you do anything rash. Keep a hold of yourself and stay responsible, and don't blame other people for your actions. Don't become a victim of circumstance, because there's a lot of victimized mindsets, there's a lot of animosity to be worked through, there's a lot of like resentment still being held upon, almost like there's a storm brewing over your head. Storms, gods of storms, gods of water, gods of lightning, and gods of epiphanies and nature can help you manifest your desires for the next 3 to 9 days. Especially like Aries signs and Taurus signs, and Pisces and Aquarius signs. So like Thoth and Set and Mammon and like Aphrodite, for examples. You don't have to use those examples, but like those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. So being able to sacrifice yourself without giving up what you want and giving up your empathy for it. Using your biases to your advantage while still working them down to a level that allows for structure and foundations that are solid. It allows for you to be yourself as well. Non-judgmental toxicity. You're still seeing like people say that they're not judgmental and then they judge you, or they judge you silently. Know when you ask for judgment and when you haven't, and know when you are ready to take off, when you're ready to land, and when you're ready to admit defeat, when you're ready to admit that you've made a mistake, where you've made it and why, and what you plan to do to move forward. Forgive yourself if they won't forgive you, and move on, knowing that even if they do forgive you, they don't have to take you back. And even if you forgive them, you don't have to take them back. Nesting behaviors and like Russian dolls stick out, like DID nesting. Looks like there's a lot of manifesting going on, and a lot of like spiritual awakenings going on through manifesting your own creations and seeing your results as they come through. But that's what I'm getting for April 4th of 2025 for the collective. As always with these, take a rest and sleep it doesn't. Thanks for joining.